Welcome, everybody. So what we'll need for our practice today: a blanket, block, belt, your mat, of course, and your wall. And from here, everybody, here's how we'll start. We'll start luxuriously. If you would, can you take your blanket from yoga studio fold, so about this size, and then placing that on the front edge of your mat, and then you know what's next, and then we're going to roll it up, making a amazing calf stretcher. So you've got this rolled up, amazing jelly roll of sorts, and then from here, bring your heels down and the balls of the feet, the forefoot is up. And just pausing here and just taking time to feel. Just taking time to feel. Without even making any adjustments. Noticing right side, noticing left side. Without making any adjustments. So let me give you a second just to create your roll and then get on your calf stretcher. Boy, because sometimes when we get on things, we always start making adjustments. But what if you just feel it? Like, notice you tend to be tilting a little bit to the right or the left, a little bit forward or back. Just notice, because it gives you a lot of information. Like when I stand on this, I just feel myself, tilted a little bit. The tight side kind of pushes you to the other side. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so tight. So then from here, after you've done a little bit of an assessment and noticing, then from here start to explore. Put a little bend in your knees. That changes it, doesn't it? And then shifting a little bit right side, left side. With that little bit of a depth, that little bit of a bend in the knees. Shifting a bit from side to side. And then just begin to explore. Because we're going to be here for another couple of minutes. For a calf stretch to really give you its medicine, you want to try and hold it. Anything is good to get a quick calf stretch during the day, but if you really want to open up the calf muscle, you really want to hold it 3 to 5 minutes. Or 3 minutes minimum, and who knows how long, right? From here, as you're in your calf stretcher, now see if you can do some work to kind of balance out your weight distribution. So if you feel like you're being pushed more to one side or the other, see if you can kind of work it a little bit. Because our yoga is just a tool of balance, a tool to get things moving, just a tool. And as you work the calf muscles, as we open up the calf muscle, we're opening up the whole urinary bladder meridian. Urinary bladder meridian starts inner eye, goes up the forehead, goes across the top of the head, down the side of the neck, down the back alongside the spine, into the buttocks, down the hamstrings, into the calf muscles, and then sole of foot to the little toe edge of foot. So it goes there. So when you open up the calf muscle with a delicious calf stretch like this, you're opening up that whole channel. The urinary bladder channel, meridian, it's about fluid balance, emotional balance. Key points for constipation, back health, and confidence are in that channel. So from here, and we still have 2 more minutes. From here, you can stay here standing, or if you want, you can take forward bend. You can take this down into a nice forward bend. You can stay here, which is superb, or you can even interlace your hands behind your back, reaching the arms up and over, which to me is a little bit adventurous, even slightly dangerous, because it's like kind of fun, you know what I mean? It's like being on the edge. There's a little bit of a being on the edge feel. Feels pretty good though. And you can see what it's like to have a little bit of a micro bend in the knee, and then you can see what it's like to really extend through the legs as you reach through the arms, letting your neck release, letting your head release. Oh. Then from here, feels good down there, doesn't it? Then from here, you can bring the arms down. See how that feels? You can take it back up into standing. Like you want to take time to explore. Last minute here. You can take little side stretches. Like I just like to make stuff up when I'm doing a calf stretch. One thing I like about a long calf stretch is that it really brings you into your back. It's like backbone, confidence, clarity, power, power. Almost there. Yes. Okay. 30 more seconds here. So if you can do the forward bend, do the forward bend. And stay in it just for a few breaths. From this forward bend, you'll notice how the hips tend to push back. If you want to be really adventurous, you can walk the hands a little bit forward so that the hips are more over the heels, and boy, you'll feel that more in your legs, that's for sure. So this almost feels like a part down dog thing, but it's totally its own thing. Then from here, walking the hands back, but staying in that calf stretch forward bend. Now step off your blanket roll, but staying in that forward bend. Generously bend your knees. So we align fingers, toes, elbows, knees. Tips of finger, tip of index finger to tip of great toe. Bend the knees to the elbows. That's going to give you your perfect alignment, but that's not it. That's not all. Then you want to engage your lower belly so it feels like somebody's pulling you up from the back waistline. And imagine there's an anchor on the tip of your tailbone that's pulling straight down as you curl up one vertebra at a time. The last thing that lifts is your head, and then you push through the feet as you extend through the legs. Well done. And then from here, just to see if anything changed, come back on your calf stretcher. Just notice. Just notice. Right side, left side. Yeah, stretching the calves like this, one of the best things if your back feels achy, you feel a little bit out of sorts, constipated, you know, you just feel stuck. You just feel stuck. It really gets things moving. Then from here, and it also, when you work this channel, it's also the channel of courage. It's about transforming any fear into courage. You know, it kind of gives you the backbone. Well done. Then from here, everybody, can you take that into our old friend, downward facing dog? Because that always feels good after that calf stretch. Setting the hands down, melting the heart, engaging lower belly, lower belly, lower belly, lower belly. as you take that back into your downward facing dog. Gosh, it always feels good on the legs after that calf stretch, doesn't it? And then from here, as you're ready, you want to explore this pose. You can walk it out, pedal it out. That's always fun, isn't it? Achy toe stretch, generously bending into both knees, ridiculously lifting your heels. So it feels like you're trying to roll the tops of your feet down to the floor, but your toes are in the way. You keep pressing down with the toe prints. You lift the sitting bones, and then you reach through the heel bones. I like to think about leading through the front of the heel bones rather than the back. And then from here, as you're ready, you can bring the inner edges of the feet together so you narrow the pose. It has a different feel. It's always interesting to notice what it's like, to narrow and widen the pose. And then from here, you can take that right leg straight out behind you, roll the hip open, peek out under that right armpit, bend that leg, bend the knee, reach that knee up towards the ceiling. You can even let that thigh bone drape back just a bit. Big stretch. Extend through the leg, levelize the hip, bring that foot down, second side. Left leg straight out behind, roll the hip open, bend the knee, peeking under your armpit. Just opening up. Gentle breath in, relaxed breath out. Extending through the leg, levelizing the hip, lowering the leg. And then from here, as you're ready, Ekapada Rajakapotasana, sliding the right knee up in between the hands. The right knee slides up in between the hands. Gosh, pigeon pose, always a good pose. Then from here, coming down onto the forearms. As you come down onto the forearms, you can rock a little bit. Notice what that's like. Rolling to the outer hip, rolling inner, rolling outer, rolling inner, and then finding a place that feels kind of balanced, whatever that means, right? More centered, not too outer, not too inner. And then from here, one of the best parts of this pose is with the back leg, curl the back toes under, lift the thigh bone, and then drag it back like somebody's grabbing your thigh bone and pulling it back, and that helps to open up the psoas, the deep hip flexor. That's a point about emotional balance. Protects our center. Powerful, powerful. So I'm like pulling it back a little bit and then settling it down. And I'm timing this so we can be here for 1 more minute. So 3 minutes each side in your pigeon. In your pigeon, you can also make a pillow for your head too. Boy, that's nice. Try that if you haven't. Or you can stay on the forearms, which is nice for melting into the shoulders too. Lots of options. There's always options. How deep can you go in the next minute? Allowing your eyes to close, if that's comfortable to you. Staying in that pose. Gentle breath in. Relaxed breath out. Almost there. 30 more seconds. And it's okay to keep rocking too, because sometimes it's like you just find interesting spots, don't you? Almost there. How about this? How about 30 more seconds? Can you close your eyes? And can you take time to feel the aliveness in your own body? Like really turning your attention to what's happening within you. The sensation, the aliveness in your hips, your hands, your toe tips. Well done. Then from here, as you're ready, keeping that right knee forward, coming up a little bit, because you can give yourself a nice stretch there, trying to take the tailbone under, and then sliding that back leg all the way around. So you can take that back left leg, bringing it across like in a twist, or stacking the knees on top of each other, coming into Gomukhasana. So this is really double pigeon, because we're really doing pigeon with right leg and left leg. Now if that's too much, because that's a big stretch, you know, sit in cross-legged, because all that is cross-legged. That's all it is. Cross-legged, pull a little tighter. So it's all really variations of the same pose. From here, so you want to come into a comfortable seat. And I'm not going to say this is so comfortable, but I'm not having pain. I'm feeling, some tightness in my hips. So it's okay to feel like, if it's like, oh, I'm getting a little stretch in the hips, is good. But you don't want anything that's too bitey in the knees. So if it's too bitey in the knees or too bitey anywhere, change it. Change the pose. Sit cross-legged, sit up on a block. It's okay to feel the tight, achy, delicious stretch, but it shouldn't be bitey and painful. In fact, your knees should be relatively free of sensation when you practice yoga. You might feel a lot in your hips and such, but your knees shouldn't be talking to you all that much. So if that's the case, it might mean you need to adjust the pose. So with that said, allowing your eyes to close. So you're in your comfortable seat, whatever that is. Allowing your eyes to close. Gentle breath in. Relaxed breath out. Gentle and relaxed. And then from here, as you're ready, taking the hands, and remember, if you need to change your sitting position, change it. Crossing your hands over the heart. Feeling the aliveness with your hands on your chest, feeling the aliveness. Hands, chest, the movement of the lungs, the beating of your heart, feeling the aliveness within your own body. And then from here, we'll work the acupoints alongside the breastbone, right under the collarbone. So you're under the collarbone, outer edge of the breastbone. So it's kind of where when you cross your hands here, it's just right to that spot. It's like a little gateway. Inner edge of collarbone or breastbone, or collarbone meeting breastbone on both sides. And then I'm using my fingers, index finger, middle finger, and I'm just doing little circles, just little circles. These points are on the kidney meridian, and these points are called the inner palace. These are points of restoring vitality. These are good points for any asthma, helps digestion. Believe it or not, massaging in here, just like you are, helps some abdominal distension, helps to get things moving, helps digestion, but also helps shoulders, shoulder pain, restoring vitality, energizing your whole system transforming fear into courage, opening up for greater adventures, pausing. Then from here, taking it to the breastbone, and then we tap, 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 stimulating the thymus gland. Now you're tapping on the Sea of Yin meridian, inner mystery. So these points are called the center of our inner light. These are points that help to nourish the heart. These are good points for this is amazing for immune system and lung health. That's why tapping the chest, tapping the breastbone is so powerful. What else? But it's also good for relaxing the diaphragm, the respiratory diaphragm. Good for breast health, chest health, heart health, but also transforming grief and sadness into wisdom. Also good for depression. Then from here, pausing, feeling the aliveness. Taking time to feel the aliveness. There's a feel, isn't there? If you tune in, you can start to feel that you are alive and you start to meet a deeper dimension of yourself. Then from here, hands right below the breasts, front lower ribs, we tap. Now we're nourishing the liver. This is the last point on the liver meridian. Liver meridian starts at the great toe, goes up the inner foot, inner calf, inner thigh, wraps around the genitals, the organs of reproduction, elimination, nourishes the liver, and then the last points are right here, and that was front lower ribs. These points are called the gateways of hope. So, opening the gateways of hope. By tapping and bringing the front lower ribs in, you really open up the gateway, which is in the back. By taking the front lower ribs in, you open the back of your back. So it's really interesting. As you tap these gateways of hope, it really opens up your back body. So these are good points for dispelling any pathogens, boosting immune system, transforming any agitation, inflammation, anger into compassion, forgiveness, and liver, clean blood, pausing, feeling the aliveness, and then from here, bringing the right arm up, left hand, start to tap the outer ribs. This is on the Spleen Meridian. And these are points that translate as the great embrace, because it is. It's like giving yourself a hug, a spiritual hug. Tapping into these outer ribs helps to strengthen all four limbs, arms and legs. It's a gateway. It's a gateway into the limbs. Helps to boost metabolism. Whether you want to gain weight or lose weight, helps to strengthen your metabolism to bring you into balance. And pause. And feel the aliveness within your own body. To heal physically, emotionally, spiritually, to age well, we need to dive deep into the inner body. That's where the inner strength, great ideas, that deep dimension to yourself. Left arm is up. Great embrace. The big spiritual hug, tapping these outer ribs. This is also good for asthma, but that's obvious because you're getting into the outer lungs. What else? Oh, any generalized body achiness too. So just achy. Sometimes I get achy. Do you get achy? So you tap it. It's like, don't be afraid of your body. If something hurts, tap it, rub it, jiggle it. Don't be afraid. Your body loves the attention. But also pay attention too. And keep tapping. Boosting metabolism. Becoming more alive on the inside. Strengthening your lungs. Feeling the aliveness. Feeling the aliveness. That's you. This aliveness is you. So much more than flesh, blood, and bone. Begin to feel and access your inner energy body. It's a deeper dimension of yourself. Then from here, taking this top leg, sweeping it back, you'll end up back in your pigeon. You're going to end up back in your pigeon. Then from here, taking that back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let your hips move. And then from here, everybody, can you position yourself so that you have the wall behind you? So we can take a leg up on the wall before we do pigeon to the other side. So I've got the wall behind me, rooting the hands down, coming into down dog. And then from here, engaging lower belly, taking that right leg up. I like to keep the toes curled under, and just a nice stretch, And then from here, you can stay right here, or you can walk the hands in, and you're coming into a standing split. But you want to stay really grounded on that standing left leg. So I'm really trying to keep my left heel down. Just a big stretch. So I really feel it more in my standing leg than the up leg, even though I do feel it in my up leg too. And then from here, as you're ready, bringing that up leg down, and then take the other leg up. Stepping that left leg up on the wall, keeping the toes curled under. Try and get grounded in that right leg. And then from here, you can walk the hands back. Or not, you don't have to. Keep the toes pressing into the wall, extending through the leg, churning and turning your tummy more over that standing leg. You want to feel this more in the standing leg. You're like, I am. Because there's a lot to feel here, isn't there? Just a couple more breaths. Then from here, walking it out, back into your down dog. And then from here, Ekapada Rajakapotasana, sliding your left knee up in between the hands. Coming down onto the forearms, and you can rock it a little bit. So we were here for 2 minutes, or almost 2 minutes. So rocking a little bit, and it's not fidgety, it's exploring. And then from here, you can curl the back toes under, lift that thigh, pull the thigh bone back so that you're really lengthening through the psoas, the deep hip flexor that's in the front of that back leg thigh. They say that's the most emotional muscle in the body, and that when we get scared or tense or threatened or whatever, that's the first place that tightens up. It's like we try and pull ourselves in a little ball. And so we want to open that up. Open yourself up for safety, protection, so that you're not always on guard all the time. Do you know? Feel the aliveness in your body. Feel the wholeness of the moment. Release the front of that back leg. Close your eyes. Take 1 more minute here. You can roll it or just stay right where you're at. Gentle breath in, relaxed breath out. Can you take time to feel and focus on the aliveness in your feet, the aliveness in your hips, the aliveness in your breath. And then from here, you can press up a little bit. Oh, nice stretch. And then sweeping that back leg around. So now stacking this right knee on top of the left knee. Or coming into your crossed leg sitting pose. Whether it's Gomukhasana or something else. Pausing here. Feeling the aliveness. I'm feeling the aliveness in my tight hips. So notice where you're feeling the aliveness within your body. And then from the places that feel tight, begin to notice that which is even more subtle. The movement of breath. The weight distribution on your sitting bones. And then from here, crossing the hands. Feeling the aliveness. The beauty. The hope. Begin to work the points below the collarbone on the outer edge of the breastbone. Restoring vitality, nourishing your kidneys, strengthening your lungs, transforming fear into courage. There's a lot going on there, isn't there? And everything drains under your collarbones, so this is one of the most important points for moving the lymph. Restoring vitality. The inner palace. Good for any digestive challenge, asthma, coughs, chest tightness. And then from here, bring it into the center of your inner light. So tap, tap, tapping the thymus. Working acupoints to help ease the heart, relax the respiratory diaphragm, which means you can breathe easily. Transforming any agitation. What else do I got? But really good for chest health, breast health, wisdom, transforming grief, sadness into wisdom. Tap all around there. And pause. Feeling the aliveness, the tingle, the sensation, whatever it is. And then from here, bringing the hands below the breast, front lower ribs, and tapping. The gateways of hope. Nourishing liver, cleansing the blood, dispelling pathogens, soothing stomach. There's a lot going on here. Keep tapping. Nothing is possible without hope. So tapping these front lower ribs helps to infuse the body with hope. And pause, feeling the aliveness. Right arm up. The great embrace. Opening up the outer lungs, good for any asthma, strengthening the limbs, boosting metabolism. Pause. Do you feel how you're just becoming more and more alive? Meeting deeper and deeper dimensions of yourself? Then from here, left arm up. The spiritual hug. Gentle, relaxed, feeling the aliveness. Then from here, sweeping that top leg back, coming back into your pigeon, and then stepping back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take time to explore. Breathe into the ribs. Outer ribs, back ribs. And then from here, walk yourself back up to the wall. Last time, taking that right leg up. Toes curled under. Left heel is down. So if you have to step the foot forward, step it forward. See if you can get the left heel grounded. And then from here, walking back towards the wall. Wall splits. Gentle breath in. Relaxed breath out. Second side. Feeling the aliveness. And can you bring refinement? Refinement, weight distribution in the hands. Gentle breath. And then from here, slowly coming down. Well done. Well done. Well done. That's a big one, isn't it? And then from here, as you're ready, good work, good work. Coming back into downward facing dog and just noticing how that feels. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Lots of sensation. Then lightly stepping your right leg up in between the hands. So stepping the leg up, you can use your hand to help. And then from here, walk it out into a wide leg forward bend. Toes are in slightly, heels are out. Then from here, hands are under the shoulders. Hands are right under the shoulders. Then from here, you can side press it. And I'm pushing down and away with my hands as I'm pushing down and away with the feet. Side pressing, right side, left side. And you can slow it down and really feel it. Coming back to your wide leg Upavista, forward bend, you can stay right here, or interlacing your hands behind your back, which is always fun. You can let your head shake, let your head release. Then from here, even though it feels good there, if it feels good there, you can stay there longer. Coming back, hands under the shoulders, side press. From here, we can take this into wide leg down dog, which is one of my favorite down dogs. Taking the hands out, reaching back through the hips. Wide leg down dog. It's nice because it can take pressure. Like if you're having a lot of pressure in the wrists, if you widen the legs, you might notice how it can help to take pressure off the wrist. So you can start working your hands well. Do you feel that? It just helps you figure out how to work your hands when you widen the legs. And then from here, good stretch, then walking the hands back under the shoulders. Now place that right hand right under the throat, engage lower belly, take that left arm up. Do a little twist. Left arm down, right arm up. Coming into twist. Right arm down. Sumo stance. Heels in, toes out. Hands right above the knees. Engaging lower belly, lower belly, lower belly. Then you can twist it out, twisting right and left. Then from here, coming back to center, cat-cow it. Sitting bones pull back and apart, melting into the whole spine. You feel that like a nice little back bendy feel. Then from here, curl it. Engage lower belly, lower belly, lower belly, lower belly. So now you're curled up. One more time, cat-cow it. Sitting bones pull back and apart, pelvic floor widens, arching into the upper back. And then, now, see if you can stay arched in the upper back, but curl the lower belly. Curl the lower body. Pretend there's an anchor on your tailbone pulling straight down. Well done, everybody. 1 minute here. I'm watching. 1 minute. Clock is going. From here, you want to keep working lower belly, lower belly, lower belly. So you're really working the buttocks, and you want to try and widen the knees. So you're also working the muscles from outer knee to outer hip, from outer hip into the buttocks, down to the tailbone, halfway there. So you can stay right here. Do you feel like I'm trying to spread the knees apart? You can stay here, which is superb. You can stay here, or you can do hug the tree. So you pretend like you're hugging a tree, and you're still working lower, almost there, lower belly, lower belly, lower belly. Then from here, you can take hands back on thighs, twist it out. Good work. Then from here, take it back into that wide leg forward bend. Wide leg forward bend. With shoulder stretch, any style. And then from here, when you feel complete, hopping in a bit, slowly coming down. Now take the legs out. Wide leg forward bend. So we were just doing this, you know, in the down dog, in the sumo. So now we'll take it down, letting the legs roll in and out. And then pausing, toes straight up. Gently engage the thighs. Now you want to verticalize the spine so you're sitting nice and tall. And then from here, now you can always stay right here because I think this is really good. You can stay right here, or we can start to take it forward. And we're undulating, melting with the heart and gently drawing back. So I'm leading with the heart. Then stay there, feel the shoulder blades on your back, and then from here, engaging lower belly first, and then curling back. Do you get a sense of that? Leading from the heart, and then curling back as you come up. And just take a little, maybe 30 more seconds, exploring this midline. I like my hands wide, but you can also, bring them forward. You can do all sorts of things. But see if you can keep working your thighs. Keep working the quads. So you want to root the quads down. Spread the calf muscles. Spread the back of the knee. You want to spread the back of the knee. And see if you can do that keeping the heels down. And then from here, as you're ready, slowly coming up. Well done. Then we're going to take it a little bit off center to the right. Not all the way over the leg, but almost. So you're really doing the halfway point from the center to the thigh bone. You're going in between. This will help to move the lymph, helps to get things going at the base of the spine. So from here, you want to churn and turn your tummy. So you're going to go on the inside edge of this right leg, and you explore it. You can also just pause. So I like to undulate. It's not really I'm not bouncing. I'm exploring the edges. Just exploring the edges. So as you're exploring the edges though, don't forget about maintaining right leg, left leg, the thighs. And then from here, as you're ready, slowly coming up. Now we're going to take it over this right leg. Reach your arms up, interlace the fingers, pushing the palms up. Now churn and turn your tummy over this right leg. So I'm trying to initiate this because I have my hands up here, so I have to work from my belly. So I'm churning and turning to wake up the belly to help. The inner body, the belly. And then from here, bring the arms down. Do you see how you got that turn starting from your center? And then from here, exploring over the leg. You can take that left hand to the foot. But you can find different pause points too. And then from here, as you're ready, slowly coming up. Well done. Inhale, bringing your arms all the way up, reaching the arms up, lifting up out of the pot of the pelvis. So you feel yourself getting light. Feel this lift, lower abdominals lift, low back lengthening, sitting bones grounding down. Then bring the arms down. Bringing the arms down, finding nice lift. Then from here, taking this back through the midline. Just coming back through midline. And then when you're ready, slowly coming up. Now we'll take it a little off center. Right hand is on the midline, left hand is on the outside of the leg. Churn and turn your tummy. So you're going to go to the inside edge of this left leg. And start to explore. Leading with the heart, drawing back with your hara, your center. Still working the thighs. Finding pause points. And it's okay to pause too. I like undulating lately because I feel like it's really moistening for the vertebrae, and it helps to soften scar tissue and just brings like circulation. But it's always okay to pause too, because sometimes you're like, oh, I just got to stay here. That's good too. Then from here, as you're ready, slowly coming up, bring the arms up, interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, and then from here, churn and turn from your center. So taking the arms out of it makes it a lot different, doesn't it? So you have to really figure out, how can I awaken the belly? So you awaken the belly, and then from here, bringing the arms down. Now you can maybe churn and turn a little bit more. Now taking it over the leg. So you can bow over the leg, you can undulate. Can you still engage your right thigh and left thigh? So you want to think spreading the back of the thighs, spreading the back of the knees, spreading the calf muscles, but you're keeping the heels down so the leg stays oriented with the mat. And then when you're ready, slowly coming back up. Well done. Coming into Baddha Konasana. Feeling the aliveness. Feel the aliveness. Gentle breath in. Relaxed breath out. Letting things settle. And knowing that the best is yet to come. It is your birthright and your legacy to know that you are loved, to know that you are adored, to know that you are guided, and to know that you are protected. Can you feel the hope, the love right now? And then from here, as you're ready, we'll get ready for a very nice restorative back bend, and that's how I'll leave you. So then we'll get set up for a beautiful back bend, and you can stay there as long as you like. From here, everybody, can you take your blanket? Can you take your blanket? And from yoga studio fold, which is like about that big, unfold it once. So now it's bigger. And then from here, we're going to accordion fold it. So it's got a couple of accordion folds. Do you see that? So it looks like that. And then from here, placing that long, narrow folded blanket, placing that down on your mat, and then you're going to sit down in front of it. You're going to sit down in front of it, like so, and then from here, you come and lie back. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Nice pose, isn't it? But it's about to get better. So from here, see how you've got this extra blanket here? From here, take that extra blanket, fold it under. Now you've got, isn't that nice? Little bit of support. And then from here, you can bring your arms out to your side. You can bring them softly over your head. So you find a place. You can bring soles of the feet together, or you can stretch the legs out. Either way. allowing the edges of your heart to soften. And if that pose doesn't feel so comfortable for you, come into any gentle, supported back bend, or just lying on your back, because this is your gateway into Shavasana. Allowing front brain to release to the back brain. Front brain releases to the back brain. Back brain releases down, down, down to the tailbone. Tailbone releases down to the center of the earth. Front brain releases to the back brain. Allow the edges of your heart to soften. Take a moment to enjoy your own company. Gentle breath in, relaxed breath out. And from here, you can stay in that beautiful supported back bend if that's what you chose, or come into any position, meditation or Shavasana. Well done.